So, another troubleshooting video today. One of the things with amateur radio and having antennas outside is sooner or later something gets taken down by the wind, something breaks and something stops working. So we're looking at the quarter wave for 40 meters. If you saw my video a while back, I set up a 40 meter quarter wave vertical with loop on the ground counterpoise. For some reason, I don't quite know why, the SWR on that has gone sky high. The lowest I can get is around about 3 to 1, so something's obviously gone wrong there. So bit of troubleshooting. What we're going to do is I'm going to take the antenna analyzer out, and I'm actually going to test the SWR on the antenna at the feed point. So I'll use a short pouch cable straight into the balun and check it at the feed point and basically bypass the coax feed into my shack. I'm not sure if the coax cable might be dodgy. That's my best guess. Now what I've got here is this is an old PL259 plug, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see this on camera, but if I take the shell off, what you will notice is, if I hold it up to the camera, I've literally just taken a piece of wire and soldered it from the centre pin to the shield there, if you can see that solder. So this is basically a direct short circuit. So what I'm going to do is put that back together. Got a couple of there, and I'm just going to connect it direct onto my coax cable. So now I've got a direct short circuit on this. So theoretically, if I take a multimeter and test the centre pin to the shield at the other end of this coax outside, on the multimeter I should see a direct short circuit. That's assuming there's no breaks in the feeder cables. So what I'm going to do is go outside armed with antenna analyzer and a multimeter, and we'll see what we can figure out, I guess. Right, so first things first, we'll check the antenna itself, make sure the actual antenna is good. I've got the antenna analyzer down here already connected up, and I'll get the other camera so you can see what I'm doing. Turn it on, and it's already, well, it's 1.5, yeah, it's already around the 7 megahertz band. So let's sweep the band. So yeah, basically it's 1.2 across the whole band. So from that we can deduce that the antenna itself is good. So the problem isn't with the antenna, the problem is with the feed cable. Now there's two feed cables here. There's one that comes out the shack up there and down here, and then it connects to the earth rod via a lightning protector, and then carries on underground to the mast. So remember, we put the short circuit on the feeder cable in the shack. So if I connect up to this cable that comes out of the shack with my multimeter, and this meter should beep if we've got a short circuit. So connect that to the centre and that to the shield. Right, I don't know if you can hear that beep. So I've got continuity there. So this feeder cable out of the shack is good. So my best guess is that this other feeder cable that runs underground to the mast is the one that's at fault, which is annoying because it means I've got to get a spade, dig it up and bury a new piece of coax. But oh well, say the be. We can confirm that if I go and get the short circuit from the if I get the plug with the short circuit from the feeder cable in the shack, I can connect it onto this cable down here on the mast and check it just to make absolutely sure. But I think it's going to be this feeder cable that's completely shot. It's got a break in it somewhere. Oh well. Okay, so I've got my connector, my short circuit from upstairs. So one last final sanity check just before I go to the extreme measures of digging up the back garden. So I'm going to put the short circuit on the end of the cable by the mast there, and then continuity check it from this end. So turn on the multimeter. Okay, now I'm confused. I might have to rethink this. Hang on, one more thought. So I'll just show you this quickly. Something I noticed. I was going to connect this meter up permanently to that with these clips and plug that into the end to leave it continuously beeping. I thought there might be a loose connection at the other end, so I was going to you know, leave the meter hooked up and then jiggle the cable about the other end. But when I was connecting it up, I noticed this. Hang on, let me plug that in. See, the beeping stops as I wiggle the cable around. What that tells me is I reckon there's a break somewhere in this cable, probably quite close to the end, so I might get away. Let's just turn that off. So I might get away with just snipping the end off a few inches down and maybe putting another connector in a bit further down. It will certainly save me digging the whole lot up. It's got to be worth a go, hasn't it? Well, the end result of that was I cut, I don't know, just a few inches off the end of the feeder cable, and I've had the multimeter on this, and there is a loose connection in there somewhere, so I'm pretty sure this is where the fault is. So I've fitted a new connector on the cable outside. I didn't bother filming it. We all know how to put a PL259 on the end of a coax. If you don't, there's plenty of videos all over YouTube of people doing that. Plenty of people have beaten me to it. So we've got a new connector on there, and let's go on to the other camera. So here's my feeder cable coming in from outside, connected to my antenna analyzer. And hopefully we should have a good SWR now. So right, down the bottom of the band, so it's a quarter wave for 40 that we got connected at the moment. So we got 1.4, so that's good, that's workable. Let's look at 074 because that's FT8, I do quite a bit of that. That's 1.2 to 1, so that's good. And up into the SSB portion, up to the top of the band at 7.2, and absolutely spot on. So it's okay, the antenna's possibly a bit short, but that's perfectly good. So I think I'll get that on there. I'll test it out over the next couple of days, and if it's good, I'll put some self-amalgamating tape and electrical tape around that connector just to keep the moisture out, and fingers crossed that's a good fix. Thank you for watching. If you like what I do, please click the thumbs up button. It lets me know that I'm heading in the right direction with the channel and gives me the confidence to keep doing what I'm doing. Don't forget to click the subscribe and also the bell button to be notified when I upload new content. If you don't like what I'm doing, feel free to click the thumbs down button. Just tell me why in the comments below. I welcome your feedback, and constructive criticism will help me to improve the channel. Take care, and I hope you will catch me in the next video.